Hi,
Hi,
good afternoon. You're welcome to IELTS Speaking Examination. My name is Ron. I'm your speaking examiner. Can you please introduce yourself?
my name is Jasubek and my surname is Sataf.
How can I call you?
You can call me Jasur.
All right, yes, sir. In IELTS speaking exam, we're going to have three parts, and now I'm going to get started with part one. And in this part one, I'll ask you some questions about yourself. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Let's get started then. Let's first of all talk about your home and decoration. Can you please describe your house a little bit?
Yes. I live in a flat and my house is located in the fifth floor and there is a lift to get to my home. If there wouldn't be a lift, it would be harder to get there.
Yeah,
And my house is big enough.
yeah, okay. Which room does your family spend most of the time in?
My family spend most of their time in the living room because it's big and there is a TV and we speak there together in the evenings and watch TV together.
All right. Uh, what can you see from the windows where you live?
Where well, I can see two different things from both of the sides of my house. From one side, I can see a park, which is named Urda, and from the other side, I can see the other part of the city.
Yeah, sure. Uh, would you change anything in your house if you had a chance?
I think I wouldn't change anything in my house because it's new and we moved there in last year, so I wouldn't change
Yeah,
anything.
all right. Now let's talk about keys. Uh, do you always bring a lot of keys with you?
Yes, I do. I bring with me three keys, which can open three houses.
Ah, all right. Have you ever lost your keys?
Yes, I have lost my key. Uh, I remember it happened in the fifth grade when I went to school. I lost my key, and fortunately, my friend found it and gave it to me next day.
All right. Do you think it's a good idea to leave your keys with a neighbor?
I don't think so because you don't know what neighbor wants actually. But if you rely on your neighbor, you can just give them your key, leave them, and say them that you can give to my son if
Yeah,
they arrive and ask
yeah,
you.
sure. Have you ever locked yourself out?
No, I didn't ever.
Yeah,
But it can happen, and in this case, I would call my sister or brother for help.
yeah, because you have like spare keys,
Yes.
right? All right. Now let's talk about music. Do you like music?
Of course, I do because music is part of my life. I can say.
Well, what kinds of music do you like?
Well, it depends on my mood actually, but in my most of my free time, I listen to R&B music.
Yeah. So, when did you start listening to R&B?
Well, I started listening to R&B in 2020 when I listened to The Weeknd, called like Weekend Singer.
Yeah.
His songs are great for me, and I just relax when I listen to his songs.
All right. Uh, how much time do you spend listening to music every day?
Well, it depends on the day I'm having. If I'm having a busy day, I don't have enough time to listen to music. But when I'm free and when it's weekends, I listen to music for 2 or 3 hours
Yeah.
a day.
All right. Thank you so much. That was the Novel Speaking part one, and now I'm going to move on to part two. And in this part two, I'll give you a cue card with a topic on it, and you'll have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And I'll give you one extra minute to think about what you're going to say, and you may also make some notes to help you if you wish within this 1 minute. And in this part two, I'd like you to talk about um, yeah, I'd like you to describe a complaint you made and you were satisfied with the results. You should say when it happened, who you complained to, what you complained about, why you were satisfied with the results. All right? So this is your cue card. This is your paper and pen. All right, you've got your 1 minute. You may please start. preparing.
Can I start?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. You mean, please start speaking.
Well, actually, I don't complain about things too much because everything in my life I think is very good. But last year I had a situation when at school I had a problem and about the curriculum. I think it's the problem of all the students who studies at schools, and I've complained about the curriculum at all because it was too complicated for students. In at schools, you can't actually get enough study quality to graduate the school and enter the university because they teach you about everything, like about chemistry if you even if you don't need it. And I complained to the director to change the curriculum a little bit to like we had 2 hours of chemistry in a week, and uh, like said to him it would be better if we have 1 hour of chemistry or and geography and biology, and it worked actually, and I was satisfied about the results because I had enough time to study my main subjects, for example English and math, and everyone in our class was happy about it because no one in our class liked this subjects. And it was actually it wasn't easy to complain about it. We voted for it, all of our class voted for it, and our class teacher also supported us. And I but at last everything was great and I was satisfied about the results.
Yeah, are you always courageous to say something if you see something is
Yes,
wrong?
yes, I'm course
Yeah,
because I can't stand when something is wrong.
yeah, thank you so much. That was it about speaking part one, and now I want to go to the part three. And in this part three, we're going to discuss some more questions related to the topic. All right, so we're going to discuss complaints. Well, when are people more likely to make complaints?
People are more likely to complain when they have difficult situations, when they don't understand what to do, and they just see others uh, that they are the reasons for their problems and complain about their problems to others, even if they are not the reason at all.
Mhm.
And but at some points, people are right to complain about wrong things in their lives.
Yeah,
So in difficult situations as
all
well.
right. Who is more likely to make complaints, older people or younger people?
I think younger people are likely to complain more because they don't understand life clearly as much as older people. All elderly have seen a lot of things in their lives, and they get got used to them. But younger, I don't think so. With younger generation,
Yeah. Mm, which is the better way of making complaints, by talking or by writing?
I think by talking because you can influence them by your tone, by your way of behaving when you're talking, by your hand gestures, your uh, body language.
What if you lose your temper and
Well,
this argument gets into a fight? Isn't
Uh,
it better to write from a distance and wait for the response?
yes, at some point you can just be nervous and like shout to the person you are complaining, but I think it's still a better way to complain.
Yeah, sure. What products or services do people in your country like to complain about?
Oh, that's a really interesting question, and I would say it's a car company, GM Uzbekistan. People complain about it very often because if you like want to buy a car, you have to wait for 9 months, and
Yeah,
the car costs really expensive, and the comparison to other countries' cars, our country's cars are really expensive, and we, people in our country are always complain about the cost of the products.
yeah.
They are really expensive, and the salaries are really low.
All right. Is it necessary for companies to set up customer service?
Yes, it's really necessary because you can sell more things if you have services, and people won't worry about their things if they break, and even if they break, if you have a service, they can just bring them their products, broken products, and you can just make it better. Or
Yeah. Do you think
of course,
customers' complaints will improve products or services?
yes, of course,
Oh,
it will improve if they complain about the products, like the product's outdated, and they complain about it to the shop, and the shop will return to the uh, producers,
yeah,
and they will get it back and bring the new one.
yeah, yeah. So, do you think customers are always right when they're complaining about
Now,
the product?
no one is always right about
Yeah,
something. Everything has consequences. It's consequences. Like if they're complaining about the product, like actually a expensive product there that like they're saying it's expensive, but it's in other countries is expensive. They are not right complaining about.
so
So
you think that the companies shouldn't listen to everyone?
yes, shouldn't
Listen to
listen to
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks. Yeah, that was the Naval speaking examination. I wish you good luck on the main
thank you.
portion of the exam.